Hello and welcome to this week's Macanori, where I'm reading to you a short urban horror story from my collection of short stories, Tales from a Scary Girl, Darkly Sinister. And today's story is called The Long Game, so I hope you're sitting comfortably. In all honesty, I can't remember how long I've been here. At first, I tried to maintain my sanity, convinced that one day I would be free, that this enclosed space would no longer be my reality. I stopped believing a long time ago. It wasn't anything specific that altered my belief system. It was more of an acceptance thing, that this was my lot in life, my raison d'etre. I'd always been told that the universe had a plan for everyone, yet I have yet to fathom why it would decide that this was mine. I mean, what had I done in a previous life to warrant the punishment being inflicted on me now? Strange as it sounds, I found acceptance much more freeing than hope. Some would say I just gave up, that I stopped fighting to be free. But I don't see it that way. Sometimes accepting what is the only way to survive. I'm not alone in all this, I know that, so please don't think I want you to feel sorry for me, because I don't. There are so many in the same predicament as me, most suffering far worse than I am. Of course, they tend to be the ones still fighting, the ones still clinging on to that sliver of hope that one day they will escape. I try to tell them, really I do, but the words are lost in the ether of denial as denial wins through. Yes, they suffer much more than me. I sit and watch the daily activity in my quiet way. Those that pass always take a step away from me and furrow their brows as they gawp. They don't think I can see them as they wave their hands or snap their fingers in front of my face, but I do. I simply choose not to react. I hear the words they say, the names they call me, but I let it wash over me. My acceptance of what is why I'll survive. In my mind, I am somewhere else, alone, the warm white sand sifting through my toes as I walk along. The sun's rays, so alien to me now, warming my skin as the waves break on the shore, the surf fizzing as it retreats before the next swell. Here, nothing can touch me, and no one can find me. Many have come and gone whilst I've been here. Some stay a while, like me, but most pass through quickly, replaced by the next. It still astounds me how many of us there are. Selfishly, you think something like this only happens to you, but it doesn't. As I said, I know I'm not alone, but seeing the reality is hard to take sometimes. I look around me now, the Gawkers have gone, and I see faces I recognised. Of course, none have been here as long as me, and I can see the judgment in their eyes as they look at me. I wonder if any of them will reach the point I did, the pinnacle, the eureka moment. Can't they work out the key? Can't they understand why? Acceptance of what is the key to survival. I've tried to explain it, but their responses soon put paid to that. Their faces all have the same look, wide eyes, furrowed brows, mouth agape. I know what they're trying to do when they do this, but it won't work. You see, I'm the one who knows the score. That's why I'm still here. Many don't understand my reasoning, can't wrap their heads around what I am allowing. If they listened, if they let me explain, then maybe they would stick around. Of course, the problem is, they don't want to stick around. They want to be free of the darkness. Well, yes, and so do I, but I know how to play the game. Long ago I learned to let them take what they wanted, whatever they wanted. I listened when the promises of release were made, yet understood compliance was the only guarantee. I took myself away when they brought the pain, drifting on a tranquil sea, and gave them what they needed. We're all treated the same. They favour no one above anyone else because we are all the same, a means to an end. The others don't believe that, though. I see the way they look at me. Somehow they see me as privileged, and yet I share the same space with them. They never understand that the difference is within each of us. It's how we choose to be. By accepting what is, I know I will survive. It took me a while, but I worked it out. I didn't believe it at first, couldn't, but then I accepted what was and I understood. They need me as much as I need them, perhaps even more so. Their survival depends on me, on all of us, and my survival depends on them, on the promise they made me. I wince as the pain radiates through me. The waves have been coming faster and faster, and I know my time is almost over. I look towards the door, the space so many have disappeared through, and my resolve wavers. What lies beyond that door for me is escape, yet my mind reminds me of the opposite fate it has always yielded. I close my eyes and take a deep breath, trying to shift to a more comfortable position as the pain sears through me once more, but I can't. The tubes coming out of me are too obstructive. I calm my mind, knowing my time here is almost over. I open my eyes and stare at the tubes, fascinated as always by the dark red liquid which fills them. I follow them to journey's end and am mesmerised by the steady drip into the vials lined up outside my cage. One hand keeps up its gentle massage of my swollen belly, whilst the other fingers the rusted broken bar hidden up my tattered sleeve. Yes, acceptance of what is has been the key to my survival, and keeping a promise will be the key to theirs. And that's it for this week. So I look forward to seeing you next time on Makanori. Bye bye.